Don't run. He bites if you run. If you can try to walk, he won't bite. Good job. Good morning and welcome to Wholesome Roots. Another beautiful day today. It's like spring finally decided it was time to be here and then summer took over. So I finally got a little bit of work done yesterday afternoon. I laid down some of my mulch. I use these paper feed bags. Don't ever use the plastic fiber ones. They will not do well. They don't break down. So the paper feed bags work great. I like to put mulch on top of them, but as you can see over there, where I put down the first 3 rows or 4 rows, I never got to putting the mulch on top, but they still blocked out the weeds. So baby steps, guys, baby steps. I also got the mower out and left it out, whoops, and mowed this bed down. And I told Ryan to go ahead and get the box blade on the tractor and drop it right here, right here, and pull that way. That'll spread out the manure that we had in a pile here better, and it will give me a fresh new start on the beds. This bed was just, yeah, no, I'm not mowing another bed. It was extremely hard to mow this one. So I got a little bit done. I wish it was more, but every little bit helps, right? So I've got a lot of weeding to do and a lot of mulching to do still, and planting, of course. Planting is always on my list. But the good news is this has been hard for Ryan to work with his turf tires because they spin out, but that's only when it's really wet, and the forecast for the next 10 days is no rain. So I'm thinking that it's gonna have a chance to dry out. It's already, if you see by the cracks, it's already dried out pretty well. So that'll make it easier for him to get this area done without getting stuck. So we're getting there a little at a time. Just thought I'd update you guys. The fledglings have left the nest. No sign of them anymore. Today has been kind of a strange day for me. Full of ups and downs already. We've had some losses. We've had some near losses, and we've had some gains and some good things. So I've kind of been on a roller coaster of emotions, and it's got me a little worn out, to be quite honest. You know, we've been working with Hearts and trying to get her weight up. She eats like a pig. I don't know why her weight isn't coming up. We've done everything. She's been checked for parasites. She's been treated for parasites for the few numbers she did have. The best goat vet that I could take her to is Auburn University. And that is a 2-hour drive and a minimum of several $100s just to walk in the door. Any of those things that could be found through those diagnostic tools are things that are not logical to treat. It's not that our livestock are just livestock to us. I think most of you know that. Maybe some of you that are newer don't realize all that I've been through with these animals and all that I've spent on vet bills already to make sure that they have the best of care. But you have to have a fiscal line drawn for yourself, for your family, for your herd. You can't just pour thousands of dollars into one animal in hopes that you can diagnose them or possibly fix it. You know, a lot of times these diagnoses are unfixable, untreatable. When you have a mystery illness like this, she does not have a fever. She does not have any symptoms of any known goat situation that is affordable treatment. I have gone through everything, and those of you that have been with me for a while, you know what I'm talking about. I don't cut corners with my animals. So she's had everything ruled out, except for internal injuries, twisted guts of some sort, or some severe like kidney, liver disease of some sort, or cancer, tumors inside of her. Those are the only things that I can't tell by what I've already done. Those are also things that I can't treat. I would have to make the very difficult decision to not treat it. And then I'd feel even worse because I wasn't treating what I found out was wrong with her, and I'd still be out. As a herd manager with an extreme amount of animal care experience and education, I have made the decision to keep doing what I'm doing with Hearts in hopes that she will get better, with a nagging, lingering doubt in my mind that she won't. The reason why I'm talking about this is last night Hearts suddenly took a turn for the worse. She was fine yesterday morning. You saw the boys hugging on her. She was acting normal and her regular happy self. Last night when Ryan brought her in, she was not happy. She was distant. She was like a zombie. It was like she wasn't even there. She was very vacant. She stumbled, he said, when she went to go in the stall. With, you know, there's a step up. It was like she had no energy, like none. Like when he came in the house, he said, I don't think she's gonna make it through the night, Rose. Of course, I was devastated and said, dang it, there's no way I'm gonna let this go die. So I literally gave her the full arsenal. Every single concoction and potion I have ever given a goat to help with their immune system, our energy, and all that. She got it all last night. And she was perky this morning. So she's not as perky as she normally is. She did not want to go out with the herd. I'm wondering if it's because it's gotten hot here and the heat's too much for her in her body condition that she's in. Just having, you know, a hard time keeping cool or staying hydrated, you know, when she's out here in the sun. So she turned her, I was letting her just do what she wanted this morning. I set up the puppy pen with extra food, extra hay and water while I was milking. She hung out there and she ate.
That's ours, Mama. Oh,
Good girl. You eat up, friend. You're a good girl. She was eating last night. When I thought she was gonna die, she was still eating. And it's just weird. It's just, this is not the usual. This is not a common thing. And it just, there's really nothing else more I feel like I can do to improve her health. And I honestly do not believe that a vet could do anything more than I could. I've had vets tell me that before with my goats in really dire circumstances. They've all said that I'm doing the most amazing job, and that stressing the animal out and having them stay at the facility and be treated is only going to stress the animal out. So just driving 2 hours could kill Hearts. No lie, that she could die from the stress of that drive. So at this point, I will not be seeking veterinary care for Hearts. It's not an easy decision. I know some of you are gonna feel differently than me, but please understand that I have given every single thought and consideration into this decision, and it's not come lightly. I love that coat. When my friend Lee passed away suddenly from cancer, I spent a lot of time with her herd, trying to comfort her husband and do what I could to just be there for him, and also to visit with Bo and Fancy Girl while they were still there. And as a lot of you know, most of my herd came from that herd. And the funny thing is Hearts is the same age as Bo. They were born like a few days apart, I think. And when I would go to visit Bo, I kept saying, Dave, please tell me this goat, I can buy her. Please tell me I can buy her. It was Hearts. I was like, I want this goat. I love her. She's so affectionate. She's so sweet. She loves me. She would follow me around the entire time I was there, like rubbing on my legs, nibbling on my pants, like she still does now. And it wasn't until a year later that Dave decided that I could have Hearts. And I was so happy I got my baby. So there's a lot of sentimental attachment to this goat, not just because she's an awesome sweetheart, but she was one of Lee's babies. And I feel like I'd be letting Lee down if I let something happen to her, but I don't know that there's anything else I can do. And it's hard, but this is one of the hard parts of homesteading. This is one of the times that makes it horrible and difficult and traumatic. But there's also good parts of homesteading and good things happening in our herd. If you just take Heart's situation out of the picture, we've got amazing health and amazing abundance happening. So we just have to be grateful for what we do have and know that no matter what happens with her, we've done our best. I have tried my hardest, and that is all I can do. I'm only human, and I'm not perfect. None of us are. But I will try to be perfect for Hearts and do everything I can think of. And that is what I'm doing. Ooh, that's good, huh, Hearts? Hearts is eating some soaked beet pulp. She loves it. She already had her yogurt for probiotics. We are stepping up our game big time for her, and it seems to be making a big difference. Goats will lose weight overnight. They lose weight very fast. They don't regain weight very fast. I did make the decision to call the vet and spoke with him about everything going on with Hearts in great detail for a long time. Something I haven't mentioned to you guys is last night when I was worried I was going to be losing her, I was petting her all over like I do with my goats, and I felt something different here. This is the 13th rib. So on the right side here, the 13th rib goes down, and then right there it turns to tendon, and it goes under the rib cage down to the sternum. Well, funny thing is on Hearts, this rib cage ends right there. There is no tendon. It is sharp edge, and it is shorter than it's supposed to be, which leads me and the vet to believe that she has, and right here there's a bend in the rib too, instead of a nice smooth line. So we believe now that what we're dealing with Hearts is not actually any type of sickness, but a physical injury. Unfortunately, now the one thing is we're lucky that she lived, because oftentimes with a physical injury like this, it can puncture the rumen, which is located right under her rib cage. Right here is all the rumen. The spleen is right up here, and that could have been injured as well, as a possibility. But if it actually punctured her rumen, she would have been dead by now, by an internal bleeding or infection. She has no infection. Her temperature has remained normal this whole time. Appetite normal. She's showing no signs of infection. She is, however, showing signs of slight anemia, which corroborates the fact that the injury could have caused some internal bleeding. So, after talking for a long time with the vet, we made sure that we went over every single detail and every single other possibility. Anything else that could cause anemia and or weight loss like this would already be found. I would have already determined it as the cause by everything that I've done. So we ruled out parasites. That's the #1 cause of anemia. Internal injury is the next cause. The weight loss could have been rumen acidosis. She shows none of the signs and symptoms for that other than weight loss. We've gone through the list. We've hashed it out. We've looked at it from every angle we can. And what we have come up with is physical injury as the most likely cause for Hart's condition. Goats ram each other. They ram each other hard. She does get picked on by the other goats often. So it is very likely, and they ram really hard. They could easily break her ribs. So we have determined that is the most likely cause. Now, could I confirm that? Yeah. I could bring her to Auburn, have her full exam, ultrasounds, x-rays, blood exams, lab work, physical exam, overnight stay, the whole 9 yards, and it would cost me up to $400 just to diagnose. You hear that? That is just to confirm what all the signs are pointing to. $400. That's a big pill to swallow. That is not something I feel ready to do at this point, just because the one thing that I asked after we made this long discussion is, if it is something internal, an internal injury, can we fix it? And his answer was no. He said the only thing getting a firm diagnosis would do at this point is help you make the decision whether to euthanize her or keep going. And I already know the answer to that, guys. As long as Hart's wants to keep fighting and stay strong and happy, I'm going to keep fighting with her. I'm going to continue to give her vitamin B12 complex. Vitamin B complex. I'm going to continue to give her iron once a week. In small doses, because iron you can overdose on. So I'm giving very, very small doses on that. I'm going to continue with all of the supportive care. I'm going to continue with all the supportive care, including my natural herbs, the vitamin B complex, iron, and really good feed. Really good feed alone can help treat anemia. We're going to get some more canned pumpkin. She's already eaten all of that. We're going to keep with the daily yogurt and pumpkin. Pumpkin helps with the iron levels and other things, and it helps get her eating a lot. So she really likes it. And the yogurt provides her with a great amount of probiotics. I'm also giving her the probiotics made for goats on top of that. So she's getting everything she needs. And she's still the sweetheart. She is still happy. She still wants to be with us. And for that, I'm grateful. And as long as she fights, I'm going to fight with her. And that's that, guys. That's where we stand with our sweethearts. So say a prayer for her. She could make a recovery. It is possible. Talking with the vet, if the injury is just an abrasion rubbing against the outside of the rumen or on the spleen even, it could cause the anemia, and it could cause her to have difficulty gaining weight because she's in pain. So she will hopefully start putting on weight slowly. If it is an injury, it will take a long time for recovery. But there's a possibility she could recover. There's a possibility she could not. But we are not giving up hope. We have great confidence that this sweet little girl will stay a part of our family for a good time to come. So, another bad thing that I discovered this morning is that something got all the duck eggs. They're all gone. The nests were ransacked and there were nothing but eggshells left in a trail going through the pasture. So there was no sign that any of them had developed either though, so I don't know that the girls were sitting on them as often as I thought they were. Maybe they weren't paying as much attention and they were just all rotten. So if I want to hatch some duck eggs, I guess I gotta use the incubator next time. I'll tell you what though, when I woke up this morning and Hearts was still alive and looking perkier, like she lifted her head up, she jumped up, came to the door and started nibbling on my finger, and I was like, oh, that's the girl I know. So she's almost acting normal, like so close to normal. Just a little bit different is that she didn't want to go out. So she is resting. She was just over here eating and eating and eating. She's got a big old bucket of grain mix. She's got some really good hay. And I gave her a potion of food. It's a partial recipe of the down goat recipe. When you have a goat that's down and not eating and you need to get them energy back up. I gave her half of it last night and she gobbled it up, and I gave her the other half this morning. So I'm gonna make some more. What the recipe is a sweet potato, a cup of yogurt, 1 egg, and 1 cup of beer, stale beer. I did not give the full recipe. What I gave was, I didn't have any sweet potato, so I used canned pumpkin, which I've seen recommended for goats anyway, so I figured it would be about equivalent to the sweet potato. With a cup of really nice yogurt with lots of probiotics in it. And molasses. That's the other ingredient that's in it that I didn't mention. Okay, hold on, Liam. So she loved it and ate it all. So I took a little bit of the goat milk I just milked and put it in the cup and shook it up and poured it into a dish again to get like the last little bit of it, and she slurped that up. So that was good. That's good. She's feeling well enough to eat and drink. So she isn't, I don't know what she is, but I was happy to see her happy. I was happy to see her up. I was happy to see her alert and active. So that's a good change from last night. Hopefully all of the herbs and essential oils and vitamin B complex and iron, and I mean, I gave her everything in my medicine cabinet that's safe to give. I gave her garlic, ginger, vitamin C. I mean, really, I gave her everything that you can give an animal to help their immune system. So whatever, if it is a sickness, that's gonna knock it out. If it's a parasite, that's gonna knock it out. If it's something that I can't fix, then I can't fix it, and I've done my best. And then there's another huge positive. Last night, while Ryan was down here, he finished my quail house. And it is awesome, y'all. This is so awesome. So this is an old crib, obviously. Kind of like our other one, but it's much bigger. And now they have the wire floor. He's got wire on the inside here, so they can't get out. I put a little pot on its side with hay in case any of the girls wanted to lay their eggs in that. They've got food, they've got water. All I need now is to find a dust bath. I was gonna use my terracotta tray, but it broke while I was moving it. So they are doing really well. And it must be true about them needing a wire floor, because when we dumped out the bedding out in the garden area, we found like 6 eggs they had buried that I never saw. So this is gonna be much better for them and for us, because we get more quail eggs now. And that's always a good thing. Yum, yum.
Singer needs a song. Every bell cries out to be around. Every dog wanna wag its tail. Life ain't nothing but a pilgrim trail.
Give it a thumbs up. That's your finger. Gotta give your thumb up. We did it, Liam.
Yeah.
Got your babies into their new house.
Yeah.
They like it. Liam has been taking care of these chicks since they hatched. He has been refilling their food several times a day. He has been holding them. He has been petting them. He has been loving on them. He's been hurting them sometimes, but they don't seem to mind. They seem to thrive with the extra affection and care that Liam has given them. And now it's going to be the big birdies out in the big house. Well, barn. The 2 that have names are the turkey neck and the black one. The black one is a black copper maran. And the turkey neck, oh, so that one's name is Blackbird, and the turkey neck's name is Menace. And all the others look like Americana crosses or olive eggers. So we should have some very pretty eggs out of this batch. We are crossing our fingers for all hens. So far, nobody's comb is really turning red, so I'm hoping that's the case. You do see that some have more comb than others, but that's because of different breeds. So this one having a tall comb and that one having a tall comb is because of what breeds they are. Whereas the ones with the smaller comb, those are called a rose comb, and that's how I know that they're part Americana. They're cool, huh? What are you doing? He loves his chickies. Alright, let me put the lid on this and get the heat lamp in here.
Every wind longs for a sail, like every campfire needs a tale. We're on this freight train going down the rail, together on this pilgrim trail. Pilgrim trail, pilgrim trail. Sometimes heaven, sometimes hell. Pilgrim trail, where everything is up for sale. Pilgrim trail, pilgrim trail.
Alright, so they got their magic water, they've got clean bedding, everybody's happy. All that's missing now is a nice clump of weeds with soil attached. So I am going to find a chickweed out here somewhere that is still alive. All the chickweed's dying, guys, just like I said it would. I want to find chickweed because that's full of nutrients for them and they love it, so hence why it's called chickweed. Most of it's dying back though. Here's a little clump that's half alive. I wanted to get enough for both the chicks and the quail. It's good for both of them, and I grab the chickweed with the roots attached. And I try to get a little bit of soil with those roots. Oh, there's a big clump. And that gives them all of the probiotics that are found naturally in soil, and it gives them our native coccidia strain. So coccidia is everywhere. So it is found in soil, and the reason why it becomes a problem, you can come back. Liam followed me down to the end of the path, and now he's sad because he's got to turn around and come back. So the reason why this is so important to give is because your native coccidia strain, given in small amounts in soil with the birds, is actually going to help them build up an immune system against it. So I always do this with my chicks. All right, you guys check it out. There you go. It's yummy. There we go. Don't want to bury their feed. There we go. All right, guys. They're like, yeah, when we're done being afraid of that guy that held us by our wings and legs. Oh, here comes the brave. Yep. There we go. Good job, girls. You better all be girls. My luck with roosters hatching has been pretty bad so far, so we're hoping these are all hens. Sweet little girls, look at you. You love your chickweed. It's so good for you. It's good for humans too, by the way, for those of you that didn't know that. It is extremely edible, full of omega-3 fatty acids, perfect vitamins. It's just wonderful. Hey hearts, you don't have to get up. We just wanted to come in and say that we're going up to the house and that we love you and that you're our special girl. Yeah. We love our hearts. We love her. She's so beautiful. Oh, she's nibbling. She's nibbling. See, that's the hearts I know and love. I hope you're okay, girl. I hope this was just the trick that you needed. And you going downhill last night was to push me into giving you all the strong essential oils that I gave you. I know a lot of you are going to ask what essential oils I used. I'm going to try to list them all. Some are for parasite control and some are for immune boosting. So it is oregano and wild orange. Those are the top two. Oregano fights infection. Wild orange fights worms. So oregano, wild orange, On Guard, rosemary, eucalyptus, frankincense, lemon, and thyme. I think that's it. So there were quite a few. On Guard has cinnamon, cloves, rosemary, wild orange, and tea tree, I think. So those are the ones that I use to fight anything and everything, like I'm doing for this sweetheart. What's the matter, Liam? You eating my camera? What's the matter, Liam? You can't hold the camera, honey.
Yeah.
No, it's not for kids.
Yeah.
Nope. She's definitely interested in food. She keeps going back over to the food and eating it. So just for today, to make sure that you're back up to normal. I love you.
I love you.
You gonna give her a kiss?
Yeah.
Aww. You love that, hearts.
Yeah.
All right, hearts. Love you. You're a good girl. You're a good girl. What you got there, Liam?
Banana for horse.
A banana for Hearts?
Yeah.
You think she wants it?
Yeah.
Well, come on. Let's go in there and see. Hop up. She's over there eating. See? No lack of appetite. Lack of appetite is usually what you notice with a goat that's severely sick. She has absolutely no lack of appetite at all. Oh, Liam, that was a good idea to give her that. She loves it. Can you pick up that little piece that she dropped and put it in the hay basket? She's gonna eat the peels. She's gonna just put it in the basket. She's gonna eat it all up. It's like spaghetti going down. Girl, that's so yummy, huh? I've never seen a goat go after fruit that fast. I mean, they usually like their bananas, but my goodness, she ripped that from his hand. I'm gonna make some more of the pumpkin yogurt molasses stuff for her too. She's so sweet. She's so funny. Here, let me break it into smaller pieces for you, sugar. Can you pick up the bananas and put them in the basket for her?
Yeah.
I don't know if she likes the peel more than the fruit. Let me rip that up for you, honey. She's trying to eat it all in one piece. Oh, there she goes. She's eating the fruit now.
My hands.
You got it all on your hands, me too. We'll go wash our hands in the house.
Yeah.
Oh, Hearts, you're so cute. You love that banana. Just like Liam loves his bananas, huh? You love bananas too?
Yeah.
Yeah. You need a bath.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dirty. Oh, Hearts. Liam, that was a beautiful thing you did, giving Hearts that banana.
Yeah.
I think she says thank you.
Yeah.
You love her, don't you?
Yeah.
See that, Hearts? You gotta get better for these boys. They love you so much.
Horse loves me.
Hearts loves you.
Me love my horse goat.
You love your Hearts goat.
Yeah.
I do too, buddy. I do too. Okay, let's go then. Let's go to the house. We love you, Hearts. I hope all this good extra love and affection gives you the energy and the will to survive, baby. She's so funny. I've also consulted with a friend of mine who has been doing Reiki work with my goats, and she did a reading on Hearts and confirmed that she is anemic and that she does have an injury. So for this moment in time, that is what we are going to focus on as the likely probable cause of everything that's going on with her, and treat the symptoms, you know, get her weight up and get her anemia restored or corrected, and just do our best to love her and let her know she's loved. As long as she's gonna fight, so are we. Thank you guys for watching. You know the drill. We'll see you next time on Wholesome Roots.